everybody, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Randa, and we are doing another weekly vlog. We're starting it today. It is Monday the 24th. I actually know what day it is. It's Monday, January 24th, okay? This is gonna be a lot, okay? So just stick with me here, okay? Because since I've talked to you on Friday, a lot has happened. So if you're caught up on my life, this will be like a big thing. It's still a big thing, but you'll really understand. And then if you're new, hi, welcome. This is a channel and a video where I do a weekly vlog. I talk about craft stuff, I talk about life stuff, diamond painting, cross stitch, anything that's going on in my world. And I do one clip every day during the week, and then post on either Friday or Saturday. So I guess we'll start with the life news, okay? And then we've got some crafting news, and we've got lots of news. So on Friday, of course, everything happens after I finish the vlog. On Friday, after the vlog was uploaded, I was looking on Zillow, as one does, and because my boyfriend and I are house hunting. If you're new, we're house hunting. And so, and the market is awful. And so we've been ferociously house hunting, and it's been a pain in the ass. But on Friday, I saw a listing pop up. It's in a town here in Colorado called Keensburg. It's like 30 minutes east of like Denver. And I saw, my mom and I months and months ago had gone and seen a new build there. It's all in like a new build neighborhood that they're building in that town, and we had gone to see it and loved it, but it was like $420 and like 420,000 asking price. And if you don't know, our, cap is at like 400. And so, and taxes are higher in new build communities. And so the monthly was going to be even more than that. And so it was just not feasible. And we kind of left upset because we couldn't afford it. But it was a beautiful 3-bedroom, 2-bath house with everything we wanted. And so we just had to leave sad. And so on Friday, I saw one of those houses that was already built pop on the market. It was built 2 years ago when they first started building, and now it's on the market. And it was listed at $405. And I looked, and it said that it had been on Zillow for like 16 days or something, which in this market is light years, okay? It's a long time. Usually anything, houses don't stay on Zillow for more than like 4 or 5 days. And so I texted, but sometimes Zillow has lied to me. Sometimes I say, hey, this house has been on the market for like 16 days. And my mom is like, it was just listed yesterday. I don't know what you're talking about. And so I sent it to my mom, sent a picture, like the listing to my mom, and said, is Zillow lying to me again? Or has this been on the market for 16 days? And she texted me back and she said, that house is actually under contract. I said, oh, okay, never mind. Continued on. And then the next day, she sent that same house to me again. And I was like, Mom, this is the one I sent you yesterday that you said was under contract. And she went, yeah, I know. It just fell through. I went, oh, really? And she said, yes. And I said, okay, but listen, like 405, especially, like I said, the taxes in new build neighborhoods are higher because of whatever, like something about the sewage, and I don't fucking know. There's a reason, but I don't remember what it is. In new build neighborhoods, the taxes are almost always higher, at least where we've been looking. And so I was like, 405, even though it's just 5,000 over like our budget, with the increased taxes, it's still gonna be really pushing it even at 405. And so I said to her, it's like, unless we could magically get it for asking price, which does not happen in this market, then I think we kind of have to blow it off because it's just too expensive. And my mom said, hold on, let me call the listing agent and see what she says. So she called the listing agent and came back to me and said, so the offer that they had that fell through was well above asking. And the guy who was selling it was just like pleasantly surprised that he was expecting it to kind of go for asking for some reason. And that he would have been totally happy with 405. And so she said, the listing agent said, he's really just wanting to get this done. And so I bet if you put in a really clean offer at 405, he would take it. And so my mom came back to me and said that. And I said, well, I guess we should go look at it then. So that day, or later that day or whatever, we went. It was on Saturday. Perry and me and my mom, who's a real estate agent, went and looked at the house. It's beautiful. And I'll even flash some pictures up on the screen here while I'm talking so that you can see the house. Like, it's only 2 years old. It's brand new. Everything in it is beautiful. The pictures don't do it full justice. I'll definitely, once we get into the house, I'll do a walkthrough or whatever, but these are pictures, and I'll label each room what it is. And so we put in an offer we went and we loved it. It's gorgeous. It's a beautiful house in a beautiful neighborhood. We loved it. 3 bedroom, 2 bath, 1,293 square feet, so almost 1,300 square feet. It has a 2-car garage for Perry and a backyard for Ash, an office for me, a guest room. It has everything we wanted on the list. Ensuite bathroom in the master, so fun. And so we that day, Saturday, we put in an offer at 405, and it was just 405, 30 days, clean offer. And yesterday, Sunday, because we put in the offer Saturday, they said, give us 24 hours. So Sunday night, they said, there was like so we're doing the CHFA loan, which is $1,000 down for first-time home buyers. And those loans can sometimes take a little bit longer than a traditional loan. And so instead of 30-day closing, we had to put in 45-day closing, but we thought maybe we could push it to 30 days, but we weren't sure. And so we had to put 25 in the offer. And the guy said, if you change it to 30, I'll sign it. And so we got confirmation that night that said, if you change it to 30, I'll sign it. And so we talked with my lender, and he said, yeah, I think we could do that. And so we changed the offer to 30 and sent it back into him that night, Sunday night, last night. And they said, okay, well, we'll get you a signature, we'll get whatever by tomorrow morning at 11. And my mom said, I've seen these things fall through before, even with verbal confirmation. So she's like, you can feel very optimistic, but don't hang your hat on anything. Nothing is nothing until it's signed. And so we've just been waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. And about an hour ago, my mom called me and said he signed it. So we are officially under contract. We're under contract. We're buying a house. We got it for asking price. Okay, which is beyond me in this market. That's insane. And we also got it for like $15,000 less. There's a house like down the street that's on the market right now. It's the exact same layout. It's the exact same house, built in the same year, the whole thing. It's almost identical. And it's listed at $420, and it'll probably go for $450, And we got this one for $405. And I wonder if the reason he listed it so low is because it was bought new, and the people who bought it new lived in it for a year and lived in it like really hard. And so this guy who now owns it sort of like fix and flipped it, where he came in and he changed the carpet and he painted the walls and he fixed anything that was like fucked up, and then a couple months later turned it around and is selling it again. Because he bought it for like $320 a couple months ago, which was just fucking ridiculous. It's like I would have loved to have known the state of the house at that point. It was probably really rough because it's all new carpet, all new flooring, all new walls. Like, what did y'all do to it in a year? Come on. But he fixed it, and it's beautiful. It's beautiful. There's nothing wrong with it. He fixed everything that was wrong with it. And then now is selling it again. So that's probably why he just wants to get it done, get it over with. And that's also probably why it's cheaper, because it had to be whatevered. I don't know. I'm not really sure. Or he's just, I don't know. But, but we got it for $4 or $5. And Perry and I are buying a house. And we're moving in 30 days. Or 40 days. Something like that. Can you believe it? We've lived in this apartment together for 2 years, and now we're leaving our beloved apartment and we're buying a house. We're buying a house, y'all. We're buying a full-blown house. 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,300 square feet fucking house. I'm 22. He's 25. That's insane, man. So I called Perry, of course, and I told him. He signed it. We got the house. And like, because I told my mom, I was like, listen, okay, I don't know how this works. Can we fully celebrate yet? Like, what level of celebration can we be at? Because I know it can still fall through at any point. And she was like, well, so the only thing that could happen is if you decide to back out. I was like, so he can't back out? He can't back out anymore. But if something with the inspection goes wrong and he refuses to fix it and we don't want to fix it, we can back out. But again, it's a 2-year-old house. I cannot imagine that there's something so dramatic on there that he would not fix and that we would not be willing to fix. It would have to be this whole scenario, and there would have to actually be something wrong with it. It's only 2 years old. It's not like you're gonna have like crazy gas leaks, and like you could, it's possible, but it's unlikely. So we can feel very confident that this is happening. We're getting a house, we're moving in 40 days. When we're gonna be homeowners in 30 days. So by the end of next month, we'll be, I think our close date is set for like February 28th. By the end of next month, we'll be homeowners. Can you fucking believe it? I can't believe it. Oh my God. I cried. I'm so excited. I can't believe it. So now I'm like running around like a chicken with my head cut off. I'm like, okay, we got to get the inspection rolling. We got to get earnest money in. I got to get all these documents to our lender. I got to, because we're like hitting the ground running. We're not supposed to be able to do it so fast, but we're doing it so fast, because Chaffa loans usually take longer. We're like hitting the ground running. Sorry if you can hear Ollie. He's having a very fun time in his litter box at the moment. So we're moving! Yay! We got a house! No more house hunting! Oh my God! I'm so excited! And Perry was so excited and also terrified, which explains a lot how I'm feeling also. Completely terrified. So, but we're gonna make it work, and once we get into the house, we're gonna be so happy. And oh my God, can't believe it. So that's what's happening in life right now. I'm doing a lot of school stuff, internship stuff, house stuff, running around like a chicken with my head cut off. Yes. And also this week is the first week that my employee is working by herself. And so I am helping her, taking phone calls, making sure that she's good and is doing everything correctly and whatever. So I'm doing that as well. Just like running around like a crazy person. But I'm so happy, that it's like there's a difference between running around like a chicken with your head cut off because you're stressed, and it's like I am so excited about everything I'm doing in my life right now, and that's just incredible. It's incredible. We're buying a house. I'm taking classes that I enjoy in school. I'm gonna graduate in 4 months. 2022 is gonna be a big year for me, y'all. It's gonna be we're gonna buy a house. I'm gonna graduate. It's a big year. But nonetheless, that's sort of a day in the life of Randa right now. I've been editing a ton of videos for my classes this morning, so that's what we're doing. And on the phone with my mom and shit, trying to figure out, I need to email Ollie, goodness. I need to email the, inspector to tell him exactly what we want to do, because we're doing just like a basic plan, but we're also doing a radon test just to make sure. That's the only like extra thing that we're doing. So, but it probably doesn't have radon because it's only 2 years old. So we'll see. But over the weekend, on to craft news, I guess, because that's my life right now, is just chaos, but in the best way possible. And then on to craft news. I finished it, y'all. It is not ironed, so just bear with me for a minute. But I finished the Merry Christmas Sal by Tiny Modernist. This stitch along came out a couple of years ago. I've had, in all of the videos that I've talked about it, I've had it linked in the description box. It's really cute. Doesn't it look good? There are so many mistakes in this pattern. There's so many mistakes. And do I care? No, not at all. Like, not in the pattern, in the way that I did it, in my stitching. There's so many, excuse me. There are so many mistakes, and I could care less. So I'm gonna iron it and get it framed, and then put it in the closet, wait for next year, so I can pull it out. I really love it. It barely fits on this piece of fabric, but it fits. This is, I got the pattern off, I just got the PDF pattern off of Etsy, and then the DMC, it's just called for DMC from 123 Stitched. I stitched it 2/1. And then this fabric is a 32 count Witchelt, but I, for the life of me, can't remember what color it is. It's something with the word gray in it. And that's all I got for you. It calls for like dove gray or something, and I couldn't find that. So I just got a light gray. Just any light gray would look good with this. So mine is kind of like a bluey gray. Oh, here's the back, by the way. It looks like a fucking mess, doesn't it? Yeah. Mine's kind of like a bluish gray, and I think that looks really good. So if you're wanting to do that, that's what I would suggest. But I finished it! Yay! I'm so excited to finally be done with this piece, to be kind of honest with you. I was over it. But anyway, let's talk about what I'm starting next, shall we? I pulled it out for you so you could see it. This is Dreaming Girl by Barbara Anna Designs. Yeah! I'm gonna pull it out even more so that you can see it better. Why is it still in plastic? Why did I do that? I left it in the plastic. I got this chart off of 123 Stitch. Everything that I got for this kit is off of 123 Stitch. This is one of the like first kits that first things that I bought from 123 Stitch that was not a kit, but look at how fucking gorgeous that is. I'm very excited to do this. I think it's gonna, I've seen Michelle Bendy Stitchy's version complete, and I just was obsessed with it. It just looks so beautiful, but I'm just gonna do it as charted. It is called for on 32 count Azure Blue Lugana from Zweigart. That is not what I got, because I didn't, see how it's like a really dark blue? I didn't want it to be that dark. So I got a nice light blue. And this is, do I still have the tag on it? Of course I don't. Okay, so I have no idea what this is. It's either a Zweigart or a Witchelt, I can't tell. It is 32 count, and it's just this light blue color. It's baby blue color. I wish I had left the freaking tag on it so that I knew what it was, but I didn't, and I don't know what it is. It's a mystery linen. That's what it looks like. A nice big piece. So it should fit on there very easily. This is going to be stitched 2/1. I don't see anything that says not to. 2 strands of floss over 2. Yes, 2/2. And then there's a little bit of back stitch, and that's it. This is 135 by 75, so it's actually like, it's not tiny. It's not like it's gonna fit like right here. Like, it's gonna take up a good amount of this fabric. That's a decent size, but I'm very excited. I'm gonna kit down the Merry Christmas Sal today and then kit this up. I can't decide. I'll probably use the bigger chart, but I could also use the smaller. No, I might just use a smaller chart because fuck it. So I'm gonna kit the Merry Christmas one down today. Oops, that's the way it's supposed to go. And then kit this up and get started on it tonight. So I think it's gonna look really good with the light blue. I like the light blue better for some reason. And then I just got all the called for DMC. So there's my little bag of DMC. I think that's gonna look really good, right? Right? I think it's gonna look really good on that fabric. There's not like a blue in here. The closest thing is this purple that you see right there, but I still think you should be able to see that. So it'll look really good. Excuse me, Ollie, you're on my Ziploc. Get off my Ziploc bag. So that's that. I'm starting that today, which I'm very, very excited about. This is, again, I do the same thing with cross stitch that I do with diamond paintings, that I try to start with my oldest ones first. Don't step on my pattern. And so that's what I'm doing with this. This is one of my oldest patterns. That's not like my first couple. The first couple that I bought were full coverage. So this is one of my first couple that's not like a kit. The rest I bought like full coverage kits. And this was one of the first ones that I ever bought floss, fabric, everything separately, and then kitted it together. So that's getting started today. And that's it. I won't yap on any longer. It's been 21 minutes. So I'm gonna go keep getting some work done because I got a lot to do, and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Good morning, y'all. It is Tuesday the 25th, January 25th. Look, I have coffee. Also, look at this freaking mug. This is what Perry got me for Christmas. I love fucking you. I mean, I fucking love you. I was like, are you I was like, are you kidding me? It's funny as hell. But it's pink and it's gold, which are my favorites. He knows me well. I thought that was so funny when I read that. I was like, babe. Oh, but y'all, listen. I have coffee today. And it tastes good. So here's the story. I got so fed up with trying to, if you don't know, I've had a coffee debacle that we have like a Keurig, but it's like the Farberware Keurig, so it's not an actual like Keurig, but it functions the exact same way. We just have like the reusable K-cup that you put coffee grounds in, and then you shove it in there and you make a cup of coffee. And I could not, my boyfriend apparently likes his coffee like really fucking bitter. And I could not make a cup of coffee that I enjoyed. I tried everything. I tried adding less grounds, more water, less water, blah, 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 all of the bullshit, more sweetener, less sweetener, I don't know, whatever I thought could maybe work. I tried it and I could not get it to work. I got so frustrated that I said, you know what, I'm just gonna get some K-cups at the freaking store, and if it tastes normal, then I know that it's a me thing. And or that I'm just like really bad at proportions, or I don't know. So I bought K-cups only to realize that because it's not a Keurig, the K-cups that I bought don't fit. I don't know what kind of, the hole in my thing is so freaking big that it's like, I don't know what K-cups fit in there, but it's not the ones that I bought, I'll tell you that. So I was so frustrated, didn't know what to do. And I told Perry, I was like, you know, that the K-cups have coffee grounds in it. I was like, what if I just open the K-cup, put it into the original, put it into the little reusable that we have, shove it in there, and see what comes out. And if I like it, then I can, you know, take a mental freaking note about how full our reusable K-cup was with grounds, and then just try that. And then just try to mimic that next time. So that's what I did this morning. I opened up a K-cup, I poured it into the whatever. It says on the box to like, that to do the best, like to make it most like Dunkin', because it's the Dunkin' one, to do an 8-ounce cup. And so that's what I did. And it was still a little bit bitter. And so I added, but it was so much better. So I added a little bit, I added my cream and sugar, and then added a little bit of hot water, and it's like perfect. So I think if I were to do it at 10 instead of 8, that it would be like, you know, that if I just, and now I know how much the little K-cup fills, how much it's supposed to fill. And so I'm so happy to have coffee again. I have a work meeting today, so I have to make sure that this is facing the other direction during my work meeting. Otherwise, all my freaking internship coworkers are gonna be like, bro, what the I love it. Anyway, that's my coffee debacle. So we'll see if I can continue recreating this. Honestly, I kind of think I'm just gonna, I bought the K-cups, so I'm gonna just like open them and use the grounds until they're gone, and then hopefully figure out how to do it myself. So I did stitch last night. Perry and I have been like, ever since we found out we got the house, we're so excited. And so we just hit the ground running. So last night I'm uploading paperwork to our lender. Okay, we've got an inspection on Thursday. I've got paperwork with him. We've got paperwork with everybody. We gotta get in earnest money, so I have to bring a check to the bank today, even though it's fucking snowing outside. I have to go to therapy and then drop off a check at the bank for the earnest money, because that's due by tomorrow. So it's like, no, we're just running, getting everything done as fast as we can so that we can close on time. It's been a mess, but like all last night, Perry and I just like, we were talking about it like all night because we're so excited, and like every few seconds it would, you know, we would say, can you believe that we're buying a house? Like every like 15 minutes it was like, we're buying a motherfucking house, man. Like, oh my God, we're so excited. It warms my heart. So the one thing that I found out this morning that I'm quite disappointed about is it's new build, and apparently this is pretty common for a new build neighborhood, that I was going through the 3D walkthrough or whatever because I just look at it for fun now, and there's a part where you can go out and like stand in the driveway, and so I was standing in the driveway looking around, and I was like, there's no mailboxes out here. Where are the mailboxes? And so I texted my mom and I was like, why are there no mailboxes? I wanted a fucking mailbox outside my front door, like a normal single family home. And she was like, oh yeah, it's the developers are trying to save money again, and so they usually do like a big, you know, sort of like a P.O. box mailbox somewhere in the neighborhood. I was like, motherfucker, really? I wanted my own mailbox. I wanted us to like try to personalize it. I thought it could be so cute. No, we don't get our own mailbox. Which is kind of sad, because then it's similar to the apartments of how you have to like go somewhere to get your mail, which I hate, but at least packages will come to the door now. That's gonna be a big deal for me, because I fucking hate having to go to the leasing office to get packages. I want it to just come to the fucking door. And so they will now. It's like at least packages will come to the door, and then just like, I don't know, whatever junk we get in the mailbox, we just need to collect like once a week, and then it'll be okay. So at least packages will come to the door though, which will be very nice. But nonetheless, that's that. So I have a bunch of crap we're doing today. We have an appointment with our lender tonight to talk about interest rates and shit. I don't fucking know. I'm just gonna sit there and nod my head and do what he tells me to do, you know? Because we already know like what price we're paying for the house, and so now it's like, just let's get through the steps so that we can just get this done. But yeah, so it's snowing today. It's really kind of sad outside, but I don't mind the snow as much as I mind like gloomy days. And if this makes sense to anybody, then like, let's be best friends, because I've never met anybody who feels the way that I feel so passionately about the weather. If it's sunny outside, I'm happy. If it's gloomy outside, I'm sad. If it's snowy outside, it's not my favorite, but at least as long as I can stay inside, the white of the snow actually reflects sunlight into my house, and so usually it's actually brighter in here on snowy days, and therefore I'm happy. As long as I can sit inside and not have to leave, I'm happy. Today I have to leave. I'm not so happy about it, but it's like I feel so strongly about the weather. Like, it's seasonal affective disorder, I swear, but it's just not with the seasons, it's with the weather. Because like, it could be the middle of August and gloomy as shit and I'll be sad, you know? Or it could be the middle of December and 70 degrees and sunny and I'll be happy, you know, that it's like, ugh. Anyway, so going to therapy. I'm doing a bunch of schoolwork today, as I do every day, doing internship work today, and then I have to go to the title company to drop off the earnest money. That's it. So I did stitch last night. I started my new project. Barbara Anna Designs Dreaming Girl. I don't think I should need to show it to you because I showed it to you yesterday, but I got it all kitted up. I'm just using the same floss buddy that I had for my Merry Christmas one because I think the blue goes well with it. And here's where I'm at. I'm making sure it's the right way up. So I have my 8x8 Q-snap, my fabric, which again, I think is a Witchelt, I think. I really don't know. And then I'm starting right in the middle in her hair. So you can see like that's the very top of where her hair flows across. And then down here where you see these little empty spots are where the little lanterns are gonna come down. So let me, in case you're not familiar, I'll show you. So here it is. I'm starting like right here. So I got to the top of her hair right here, and then these two little lantern thingies hanging from her hair are what I need to fill in right here. But otherwise I got to the bottom of her hair. And I'm trying to work kind of like in gridded squares. I can't show you because I can't show you the pattern, but all patterns have like the little square, like where you put the stitches, and then they have like a 10 by 10 square, you know, of 10 by 10 stitches. And I'm kind of stitching, I do this with full coverage where I'll do one square at a time, sort of like how you would do a section of a diamond painting and then move on to the next one. But I don't usually do that unless it's full coverage, but because the stitching right here in her hair is so dense and there's a lot of like one big color interspersed with other little colors, I'm finding it easier to do it that way. So that's what I'm doing for now. Once you get to like all the little crap on the outside or whatever, then those I won't have to keep track of, but I am doing them by like 10 by 10 squares for her hair. And I'm having the hardest time deciding, listen, once I'm done with this little row here, do I complete her hair all the way to her face and then do the doodads on the outside? Or do I complete her hair all the way to the end of her hair and then go back, do the face doodads? Like, do I go to the head first or do I go to the end first? I haven't decided yet. I think I'm gonna go to the head first. I don't know. I can't decide. We'll figure it out as it goes, because you know we're gonna move on either one way or the other tonight, so we'll find out. But that's what I'm doing. Very excited about this. I'm stitching this 2/1. This is a 32 count fabric. It's blue. I don't know what kind of fabric it is. I'm pretty sure it's a Witchelt. I know it's a 32 count. I know it's blue. And then I have my little, it's a bunny sleeping on a moon. Like, come the fuck on with that. But I got, God, where did I get that from? Either Creative Palace or Kim's Needle Minders or one of those places. It's very cute. If you're interested in it, just message me and I'll find it for you. Because it's somewhere in my Etsy orders somewhere, you know? So if you're interested, I'll find it. Also, if you're particularly interested in this fabric, also just message me and I'll find it for you. Because I just need to go back into my orders on 1, 2, 3 Stitch and I'll find it. So that's that. 12-minute clip, that's pretty good for today. So that's it. So yeah, we have I have school tomorrow, and then we have I have school, and then we have the inspection on Thursday, and then like I'm just playing catch up on Friday, probably more schoolwork and shit like that. I would like to, if I have time on Friday, I would like to start working on my wax formula, but we'll see if that's actually gonna happen. So either way, today's Tuesday. I have coffee, I got schoolwork to do, and I gotta go to therapy. So, and I have a meeting. So I'll talk to y'all later. See you tomorrow. Good morning, y'all. It is Wednesday, the 27th. Is that what today is? I think. We'll see. It's Wednesday. January something. I have coffee again today. Yay, I'm so excited. It feels so good to have coffee back. I did it with I set the Keurig to 10 ounces instead of 8 ounces today. It's not like exactly what I used to have at home or whatever, but it's like, it's still good. So as long as it still tastes good and I still enjoy drinking it, that's all that matters. So, I think I'm gonna like literally like measure out how much is in each K-cup and then like take a measuring spoon, you know, figure out which measuring spoon fits the right amount of coffee and literally just like shove that in the coffee bag so that I can have the same amount every time, just like with the K-cups. So, I don't have a ton of time today to sit and chat with y'all because I have to go to class. I have to leave in like a half an hour to go to class and I want to get this video on my computer and into the whatever to get edited before I leave. So, I had a very good and productive day yesterday. Just lots of, I don't remember at what point in the day I talked to you guys, but just like lots of good stuff happening, meeting with work, went to therapy, and then in the afternoon, I pitched a idea at work at the internship, and they loved it. And it just made me so happy because it's like I'm still so new at the company and it's so, the way that they work is quite chaotic, and so it's sometimes hard for me as a new person to follow along. I feel like once you get into the rhythm of how they work, it's okay, but being kind of an outsider is very difficult, and you know that it's like it can be hard to like catch up with all of the stuff and know what's going on and what needs to be posted and what needs to be done and whatever. But after the meeting, I had a little bit more of a sense of like what needed to happen, and so then I pitched an idea and they loved it and ran with it. So I'm very excited about that. Basically, it was an idea for a post that to post on Instagram to promote a live that is going up on Thursday on Facebook, a Facebook live that they're doing with an author of a book. And so I came up with the post idea, and then the lead of the graphics team was like, I love it. I'm gonna relay this over to the graphics team so that they can create a nice little graphic for the post and whatever. And then I said, great, let me know when it's done and I'll post it. So yay. And then I had therapy yesterday, and then after therapy, I dropped off the earnest money at the title company, which was A1 exciting, and it was sad to, you know, see all of because I had to transfer the money to Perry's account, and it was sad to see all that money go away, but like, besides our $1,000 down payment, we will get the rest of it back after closing, so it's okay. Just for the next 30 days, our money's gone, you know? But, so I went and dropped that off at the title company, and then I went to Bath and Bodyworks because I wanted to get, the minute that I found out we were getting this house, I was like, I had gotten wallflowers just for, which are the like wall scent plugins from Bath and Bodyworks. And if you aren't familiar with them, they're like way better than any wall plug I've ever seen ever, because the minute you walk into the room, you go, oh my God, it smells so good in here. And I've never done that with any wall plugs. They're a lot stronger. And I like that. If you're really sensitive to strong smell, you might not like it, but I adore it. And so I have 2 of them for our, you know, 1-bedroom apartment. I just have one in our bedroom and one out here in the living room. And so I was like, well, we're getting a bigger house. The minute I found out we were getting a bigger house, I wanted one for every room. So I got one so I went to Bath and Body Works yesterday. Got one for the office, one for the guest bath, one for the guest bedroom, one for the laundry room. And then I had 2 already. I'm gonna put one in the main like living room, dining room area, and then one in our bedroom. And our bedroom has an ensuite bathroom, and so I think it'll be close enough proximity that I won't need an extra one in the bathroom. But I wanted one in each separate room. And so I got a wallflower and the scents for each of them. And then while I was there, they had, let me see if I can show you. These little candles on sale. I got strawberry pound cake. These were on sale for only like $8.25 or something. So I grabbed it while I was there because I thought it's cute and it smells so good. And then I got watermelon lemonade for all of the wallflowers. So I was very excited about that. Dropped like $90 freaking at Bath and Body Works the other day. I did not mean to spend that much, but I did. And then I was so angry because I came home, and on my way home from Bath and Body Works, I checked the mail. And in the mail was a 20% off coupon for Bath and Body Works and a free like self-care kit. I was like, bro, I was just there. So they expire on February 20th. So it's like if I go back there before February 20th or whatever, I'll make sure to use it. But I was like, you freaking kidding me? I was just there. You know how much I could have used that 20% off coupon? I was buying $90 worth of stuff. Fuck. So bad timing, but it was just, it felt like a really good day. Very productive. I'm excited about everything that's going on. So very, very, very good. Today, and last night we had a meeting with the lender that went really well. So he's locking in our interest rate and doing a bunch of other stuff. And he has ordered the appraisal, which is perfect because that's like the two big ticket items that we need to get done is like the inspection and the appraisal. The appraisal should be totally fine because I bet it'll appraise for more than we're buying it for. So it's fine. And then the inspection is tomorrow. I think it should be okay because it's like practically a brand new house. It's only 2 years old, but like you never know. So we're doing just like a normal basic inspection and then we're doing radon testing. We added on the radon testing. And I paid for the inspection yesterday. We're good to go. So that's happening tomorrow and hopefully everything will come back okay. And then once the inspection comes through okay, then we're going to put in our 60-day notice at the apartments. But we just want to make sure that comes back clean first before we like put in our 60-day notice and then something falls through with the inspection and then we're screwed, you know? So we're doing that today. It's just sort of a waiting game on the house. I'm waiting for our lender to come back at me with a few things and then like there's nothing that I need to do. Like earnest money is done, like paperwork is done, like everything is done. So I'm just sort of like waiting to hear from my lender today and then waiting to hear from the title company because they didn't have our house in like our contract in the account yet in their system. So I'm waiting for that. I need to check in with them actually because it's due the earnest money is due by 5 p.m. today. Like I turned it in, but it needs to, I want it to get in their system. And then inspection tomorrow. So lots of house stuff happening. It probably will for the next God knows how long. And then today I am going to class. So last week was technically the first week of school, but they did this specific class online last week. So this is the first time that I'm going to this class in person. So I get to actually meet all the people that are in the class, whatever. So I think that'll be good. I have to drive all the way down to Red Rocks though, which is like 45 minutes away from me, which is why I need to hurry because I'm going to run out of time. And I got like a shit ton of schoolwork done yesterday, so I didn't need to do anything this morning, which was freaking fantastic. Because all my homework is like done. So I'm just going to go to class and then come home. And then if there's any homework to do for this class, I'll probably just do it today when I get home because I had nothing else I needed to do today. So, hold on 0.2 seconds. I'm going to show you stitching. I did stitch last night and still working on Dreaming Girl by Barbara Anna Designs. Oh, look at that. So we did start moving towards this way, towards the head. So I got these two little things hanging from her hair done, and then I'm continuing this way. You can see there's a little acorn that's supposed to be right there that I haven't filled in yet, but this is all the way from the very top of her hair to the very bottom of her hair. So I'm doing it in like stripes all the way across. And then I think I'm gonna go, there's like supposed to be a little house right here. I think I'm gonna go and fill in the house, but I haven't completely decided yet. So that's that. Been A1 fun. Lots of really exciting things going on in my life right now. So I feel really good this week. That's it. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Hey y'all, welcome back. Good morning. Or, yeah, it's morning. Today is Thursday. Oh, my son. He's scratching on my back like I'm a scratching post. Here, Ollie has come to say hello. Today is Thursday, the 27th. The sweet Ollie Meister is here. It's inspection day. Woohoo! So after class today, I'm going to the inspection of our new house, and I'm very excited. I'm a little nervous because this is kind of like the make or break it for us, that it's like if we find something wrong and, you know, like really awfully wrong that we can't fix and that the seller won't fix and we have to back out, that would be horrible. But it's only 2 years old. I can't imagine there's gonna be anything so detrimental that neither us or the seller wouldn't fix it. So hopefully everything should be just like peaches and roses. So that's today, which is very exciting. I did some internship work this morning and I have class today. I feel like I'm busy all day, every day, which I guess most people are, but this is new for me. So that's that. Yeah, I had to take, they make you, so we're doing the CHAFA loan, which is $1,000 down for first-time home buyers. And because we're all first-time home buyers, they require you to take like a home buying course, so that, and it's like an online course or whatever, so that they know that you know how to buy a house or whatever, or like the logistics, the smartest things to do, how to budget, how to whatever. My mom is a real estate agent. I know a lot about this stuff, probably more than most first-time home buyers, and so it's like, I'm like clicking through this like, oh my God. Especially because sometimes they put in like questions, and then the answers to the questions are like fucking dumb. You know, that like one of the questions was, what is a counter offer? You don't know. A counter offer is when you put in an offer for a house and they want to like they want to, you know, come back at you with another offer, changing the purchase payment of the purchase price of the house or whatever the fuck they might want to change about it. That's a counter offer. The thing said, what is a counter offer? And there were two options, and one of them was the correct, you know, definition of counter offer, and one of them was an offer you place on the kitchen counter. And I just like burst out laughing because I was like, do they think I'm fucking dumb? Do they think I'm so fucking stupid? Do they think people buying houses are so stupid that they're gonna go, yes, it is an offer that you place on the kitchen counter? Like, who the fuck? It's like, I guess it goes to show that it's like, if that's what you think the right answer is, you should not be buying a house, you know? That like, you wouldn't have gotten to this point to where you're whatever. Anyway, I just did all of that this morning, and then they make you do like a half-hour call with somebody in order to get your certification or whatever, so I have to do that tomorrow, and then Perry has to do his side of it. I'll probably make him do that this weekend, because now that I know that, I was just gonna kind of do it for him, and now that I know that you have to meet with somebody, I think I'm gonna make him do it, so that if they ask him questions, he knows what the fuck he's talking about. That's it. More house stuff, more friggin' work stuff, school stuff, all the stuff, many stuff, all the things. We're still getting paperwork back and forth, but for the house, but the inspection looks like it's gonna be good. The appraisal should be a big fat nothing burger. And then it's like, they were just talking about like our, sorry camera. They were just talking about like our debt to income ratio and stuff, and that it's, because they can't count my income, it's on the higher side in terms of debt to income, but it should be okay. So it's like, my mom is like, I think as long as the inspection goes well, like that's gonna be our like smoking gun or whatever, that like once that's done, we're like pretty much golden to just completely go into closing, no big deal. Great. So I'm hoping this goes well. I think it will. Like I said, it's only 2 years old. Like, what could possibly be wrong with it? You know, that it's like, I guess anything can happen, but if you logistically look at it, like it would have to be a big fat problem for us to, like, some sort of crazy foundation problem or some sort of whatever. And I can't imagine that there's going to be something that significant on a 2-year-old house. 2. I can't imagine it. But it is going to be like, no matter what shows up, it's going to be like a 25-page report from the inspector, because it's going to be like, the seal around this window is not perfect, and this is, this faucet is leaking a little bit, and then he's going to find a myriad of things that, like, don't really matter, that it's like, okay, maybe stuff will fix in the future, but nothing you're going to give up a house over, so, and we're testing for radon. It's not required that you test for radon, but my mom, who is our real estate agent, heavily recommended it. And so that's what we did it. So we're going to do that. And if it comes back that there is radon, then it's like an $800 fix, but it's not something that we would have to fix like immediately. Like if we needed to wait and fix it 6 months to a year from now, it's not the end of the world. And also my mom thinks that if there is radon, that there's like a 75% chance that we could ask the seller to fix it and that he will. So if there is radon, it's not, she was like, you would be stupid to walk away from a house because of radon. And I said, I think I agree with you. So it's like, we'll have to see, but I can't imagine. It would have to be something ridiculous, structural, who knows what, and it was just built, and it was built to code. So like, we'll see. I'll let you guys know tomorrow, because we should know by tonight. So I'll let you guys know tomorrow how the inspection went. It should be good. It should be fine. But yeah, that's it. I'm going to school today. I'm trying to, with Bookster, with the internship, I'm doing a lot of like Instagram stuff for them, social media, Instagram, that realm. I'm wanting to also put my foot into the video editing side of their company. They don't do a ton of it right now, but I want to stick my foot in that section. And so I got myself into a chat and into a meeting that talks about like video stuff that they're doing. And so that's today in like 20 minutes. So I'm gonna go hop on that call here in a minute. First, I'm gonna show you what I stitched last night, which wasn't a lot. So I was talking about going up to her head, right? So I got this little acorn stitched and then realized that it's like, oh, there's not, because I have like this, the fabric is sort of coming over here, and I'm like, I don't have that much space to do the next section. I was like, fuck it, I'll just go that way. So I did. So I started with the hair going that way. And that, it's like, I just got this little section done last night. I really didn't, so I did the acorn in this tiny little section. Like, I didn't do a ton, but yay, it's gonna look so good when it's done, don't you think? I think it's gonna look so good. I love this light blue fabric. I like this fabric. I think it goes really well with the colors, and I think it's gonna look really freaking good. And I'm glad I didn't just get the the dark blue called for, because I like this much better. So that's it, y'all. That's update. Only 8 minutes. Woohoo! Look at me go. Yeah, very excited. Hopefully, cross your fingers. When Perry and I woke up this morning, I was like, it's inspection day! Oh my God! I'm very excited. So it's kind of crazy how fast everything is moving, that like the offer just got accepted on Monday, and now here we are. It's time for the inspection. So let's run with it. Yeah, hope you guys are having a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Guys, look at my fucking hair. Oh my God. Oh God, my throat. Look at that. I just woke up. Hold on, let me fix it. I'll be right back. Okay, that's a little better. Good morning, y'all. It is, I need to reposition. God, I look like a fucking mess today. I'm sorry. It is Friday, January 28th. I'm so tired today. I've just had like the longest week ever. I don't want to do anything. I just want to stitch all day. I told Perry, it's like, look, we have a few weekends coming up of like insane like packing and decluttering and house bullshit. And so I was like, can we do like a big wad of nothing this weekend? And he was like, yes. So that's what we're doing this weekend. So thank God it's freaking Friday. But I have my manager for my internship texting me this morning, and I'm like, Dara, no, I'm not working. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I can't do this today. I do still think I want to play around with wax, but it's like, I think that is the only thing I'm going to be able to do today because like, I just like, you know? So that's that. I'm exhausted, but we're going to make it through, okay? Because it's Friday. So it's Perry and I's, we have date night every Friday night. I think it's, we've done it for years. We think it's very important for our relationship. And we like doing it. It's a celebration of the end of the week, and it's good for us to bond and connect and whatever. So, we do date night every Friday. So today's date night. So I'm excited about that. And then we get to enjoy our weekend. I don't know, possibly the last weekend that we get to enjoy, because then we need to start decluttering and then we need to start packing and whatever. Because since today is the 28th, it's officially 1 month before our closing day. Woo! And last night we had our inspection, and they gave us this amazing little binder. So since my mom is our real estate agent, she is really close with the inspector that she uses, and like, and she loves him. Like, she's like, let me try to, that's a little better. She was like, yeah, he does a really great job and whatever. And I was like, yeah, he does. Like, there's pictures, there's, oh my God, that like, oh my God, like, look, there's pictures of and descriptions of everything. 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 So, I thought that was awesome, but the inspection was last night, so I got to go see the house again, which just like, and I walked in, and the inspector, we have like, when you first walk in, it's a long hallway, that leads to the like living room and stuff. And he was standing at the end of the hallway when I walked through the front door, and he was like, welcome home. And I was like, stop, don't play with my feelings right now, man. Like, I will cry right now if you play with my feelings like that. So, I said, so, because this is the one part that I had any sort of nervousness about, that it's like, our loan should be just fine. The appraisal should be a big fat nothing burger. This was the part that it's like, something could be wrong with the house and we don't know. And so this was the one part that I was kind of nervous about, but also going, it's a 2-year-old house. How bad could it be, you know? And I walked in and I go, so how's the house? And he said, oh, it's great. And I just like melted. I was like, thank God. Whew. No, his biggest problems. So besides the fact that one of the things that the biggest problem actually was what we did an add-on radon service. It's not required, but it's Colorado, and so you could have radon anywhere in Colorado. I don't know if that's a across the nation thing, but I know in Colorado it's a thing that you should definitely check for if you're buying a house. And so we did the radon testing, which you don't have to do, but if you live with a high amount of radon in your house, it's like you're a regular cigarette smoker. So if you live in a house that has a high amount of radon for like 10 years, then it's like you've been smoking cigarettes every day for 10 years. And so if you don't want that, which, you know, we don't, so it was something we wanted to check, and the radon was high. So they say anything other than a 4, like on the rating scale, you should get mitigated. And we were at an 8, which at first I was like, holy shit. And my mom was like, no, that's actually, in terms of high levels of radon, that's actually fairly normal. She was like, 10 is normal, 12 is normal, whatever. And she was like, I've even heard stories, I've seen one up to like 26 before. And she was like, and I've heard stories of them going up to 60. So she was like, 8 is fairly normal. I said, okay. And the only problem is that's the reason that's the biggest problem. It's not even something that needs to be fixed immediately. It's not a deal breaker, but the reason that's the biggest problem is because it's like $800 to fix it. And Perry and I do not have that kind of money right now. We're putting every cent that we have, like we're into this house. We're not every cent that we have, but you know what I mean. We're putting a crap ton of money into this house, and so we don't have an extra $800 sitting around to throw at the radon. And so in our contract, when we went under contract with the buyer, we said, we're not going to do anything with the inspection unless it's a health and safety issue. Radon is technically a health and safety issue, and so my mom is writing up the proposal today to ask him to fix it. He does not technically have to fix it. But we're saying, like, either you fix it or you give us the money to fix it, and we will fix it. But you just have to give us the money to fix it. So that's, my mom's writing up that proposal today, so we'll ask him. But even if he says, oh, don't chew on my pretty binder. Ollie is sitting here chewing on my binder. Don't chew on my pretty binder. I love my binder. This makes me like a proud little homeowner, but he can, he legally can't walk away from the contract, but what he can do is say, fuck you, I ain't doing shit. You can buy it as is or you can walk away. So we are gonna push for it a little bit because it's like, you did say health and safety, this is health and safety, so we'll see. But if he throws his hands up in the air and says, I ain't fucking fixing that, then Perry and I will probably just, within 6 months to a year, we'll fix it. Because we just don't have the money right now. But when I get a full-time job in May, it should be a lot easier for us to handle that kind of stuff. So just because I am making crap money right now. So, but it's like, it's not the end of the world. It's really just not. My mom was like, you would be stupid to walk away from a house because of radon. I was like, yeah, I feel that. But that was the biggest problem. That was the biggest problem. He said otherwise, he's like, this is the perfect time, the perfect age of a house to buy because it was built to code 2 years ago. And then in the past 2 years, for the most part, anything that needed to be fixed was, it was under warranty by the builders and they fixed it. So, but the builders don't deal with radon, so that was not a thing. The one thing that his two big concerns, okay, besides the radon, was something in the sump pump that needed to be rotated. No, like we had to stick our hand in there and rotate it. That's it. And then in the window in my office, the frame was like cracked and bent. So the window doesn't lock. It still like closes, but it just doesn't lock. And so, someday, probably when we replace all the windows, we'll replace that, but you can get like little clips that, oh, sorry, that was my mom texting me. I was just making sure it wasn't something that I needed to attend to. There's little clips that you can put on the side of the window that you like screw in. I never plan on opening this window because my desk is going to be right in front of it. So it's going to stay closed like all the time. And so there's little like clips you can put on each side, and then like screws where you can tighten it and you just put it on the frame so that you can't lift the window. But we definitely wanted to make sure we fixed that before we moved in because it's the front window. It faces the front of the house and somebody could just come up and slide it right open. So we didn't want that. So it's like, but those little clips are like $1.50. Can you hear somebody like coughing, dying out there? Who the hell? Is that my neighbor or something? I wonder if you can hear that. Anyway, those were his two big concerns. That was it. I was like, okay. It's like, no, the radon is the biggest problem. Those two, if those are your biggest problems, it's like, if it wasn't for the radon, I would have like laughed at him. I'm like, those are the biggest problems? We have to rotate something, okay? And then we have to buy a $1.50 clip for the window. So awful, right? There are about like 1.5 million places that we need to caulk. And we don't need to, but like it would be a good idea to. And that like it was like random, like, oh, you should think about getting, you know, what was it? Like some sort of like the little barriers, you know, when wood turns into carpet and they have those little like strips along it. He talked about getting one of those for one portion of the house. And like we need to change out the air filter because the air filter is dirty. And like, that's it. It's like, you know, it was just not a thing. The most annoying part, actually the most expensive and annoying part about all of this is we noticed it when we were looking at the house, is that it's a gas range in the house and it's a 5-burner gas range. And the middle burner, the 5th one, there's no knob. And we were able to like take a knob off and put it up to turn it on. It works, but it just doesn't have a knob. And so I took it while we were there for the inspection. I took a picture of the model number so that I could look up the part, and went and looked for it last night. $25 for a freaking knob. I was like, really? That is so annoying. That it's like, I was expecting like $10 bucks. No, $25 for a knob? Bro. But I thought that this part was so fun. So after all of it's like 30 pages of just like random little things of like the plug for our dryer is a 4-prong. So make sure when we get a dryer that it's a 4-prong and not a 3-prong so that it fits into the wall. But if it is a 3-prong, you can just get an adapter and it's not that big. Like shit like that. That's just not a big deal. And then at the end, he put this like seasonal maintenance checklist. So spring and fall, and then all the things that you need to do, which I thought was like so fun for first-time home buyers because we have no idea what we're supposed to do. And then there's all these freaking like folders in the back for like purchase records and a folder, and then like construction. Of course, I get an alarm to take my pills and it stops my filming. Anyway, then property taxes that you can keep track of in a little folder, and like electric and gas and water costs in a little folder. Like, oh, you can organize all your little paperwork in here. I was like, this thing's awesome. Look at that. I just thought it was so fun for our first little home buyer. So that was last night. So the inspection went fine. So we can now we knew going in that if there was radon, it wasn't a deal breaker for us. And then it was just if there was anything worse than the radon. The radon is the worst thing about the house. That is the biggest problem with the inspection. So it's like, no, the house is golden. We're like 99.99999% moving forward with it. So, because everything else should be totally a nothing burger. So, yay, right? So exciting. So that happened last night. I have more paperwork and stuff to do today with that. And yeah, that's it. I'm very tired, but I'm very excited. I told my mom, it's like, I wake up every day and I like briefly remind myself, oh yeah, we're buying a house. And I go, oh, we're buying a house. Oh my God, every day. So I'm not used to, I'll never get used to it until we're in the house. I did do some stitching last night. I plan on doing a lot of stitching today because I am not doing anything today. I'm really just, ugh. So I finished up, it was right here, filling in that little stripe. That's it. I didn't do much last night. But I got home late because of the inspection, so I didn't get home until like 6 o'clock. And then it's like, you know, we had a dinner, we needed to do showers, we needed to, you know, do all that kind of crap. And so by the time we did all of that, I needed to make Perry's lunch or whatever. It felt like the night just like zipped by. And so I felt like I had almost no time to stitch, and it made me really sad. So I'm gonna spend a lot of the day today stitching. But look how good it looks. Doesn't that look good? I'm so excited to see this piece continue to come together. I think that's about it. I'm gonna tell Bookster I'm not working today. I am so tired. And no, I'm not doing it. That's it. I'm gonna try to make wax today. We'll see. I'm gonna make coffee and stitch for a little bit and then see how I feel, because I just, that it's like, between buying a house and starting the internship and sending my company off to not sending it off, you know what I mean, like hiring my first employee, and school started last week or whatever, and it's like, no, it's just, no. I'm so tired. It has been such a long week. So I'm gonna try to take advantage of the fact that my schoolwork is kind of done, and that my internship is kind of flexible, and just take a chill pill today. You know what I mean? So that's it, y'all. That's it for today's vlogs, or for this week's vlog. So I'll update you guys more about what happens over the weekend and what I stitch over the weekend, because I bet I'll get some good progress in, which will be fun. And then, yeah, that's it. I'll talk to you guys next week. I hope you have a great weekend ahead of you, and that you got a lot of crafting done, whether that was diamond painting, stitching, whatever it might be. I hope you had a good week, and I love you all, and I'll see you next week. Bye!